Dan George with Royston Barney-Smith. Royston, just sum up your emotions right now. A big win for you.
A big win. I'm happy with the performance. Can't wait to look back and watch this fight tomorrow and go to work again.
Just tell us a little bit about the celebration as well. There was a bit of frustration there, some kind of emphatic feeling as well with the win. Just kind of sum up what you were feeling in that moment. Knocking the gum shield up the ring as well. Just sum up kind of what that meant to you in that moment.
It meant a lot because I had an injury, had time out the gym. A couple of things wasn't going well when I come back. I wasn't in sync, and I just knew that I had to step up to another gear, and I did, and I pushed on, and that's why I put on a performance like this tonight.
Let's talk about the fight. The third round, you caught him with a really kind of sweet shot. He staggered backwards, but I don't think anyone was really expecting him to at the time. Did that surprise you in that moment? What did you kind of make of that moment there?
No, I landed flush on him. I was about to step in, and the bell went. I thought, right, there's no point trying to chase you the next round. You've had a minute to recover, so I'm just going to break you down slowly. And each time, and at every round, I was hurting him more and more and more. So I just knew it was going to be time before I take him out. But fair play to him. He stood up last round. I catch him with a little peach of a shot. He went down again, and I was going to finish him, and then the bell went again. But good performance overall. It was a good night of boxing, and I couldn't wish for a better team, to be honest.
Sum up how frustrating it was having to deal with him rushing in the way he was, using his head the way he was in there.
Sure. Well, I don't think I even got really hit with any punches, or maybe 5 in the whole fight. But it was a bit awkward where it was like, right, I don't want to get cut or give him a chance to come in and to come into the fight at any point. So I just stuck to what my coaches was telling me, and everything worked out perfectly.
What were they telling you?
Just stick to your lead hand, make sure you work him up and down, and you keep boxing him in circles, and it worked 100%.
In the 7th round as well, he didn't know where he was he? What happened there?
I catch him with a few shots, and he just didn't know where he was at.
You said you don't learn anything fighting journeymen. This is why you wanted a fight like Danny Quartermaine. What do you feel like you learnt about yourself in the ring tonight with that win?
I can do 10 rounds. I can hurt people with any punch I really throw. I hurt them with a backhand. I hurt them with a lead hand hook in there tonight, and many more shots. And go on the distance with a good fighter. He was ranked top 15 with the dirt. I've took his ranking now. So that's it really. I just want to keep climbing the ladder and push on for bigger and better things.
When he was rushing in with his head the way he was, he had a point taken off. It looked like he was on his way to having another one taken off the amount he was doing. How do you keep your cool in those moments and make sure you stick to boxing rather than losing your head?
Just staying focused and listening to your team, because it's very easy for a boxer and a fighter to go, you know what, let's have it. Then you look at your team and they're like, right, stay calm, do what you're doing, it's working. There's no point trying to match out it out if you're winning.
You did mention at the injuries that you've had, the burst eardrum, the knee injury. This fight was previously meant to be in Bournemouth, but now obviously got rescheduled to this date. How frustrating has it been, and how does it make you feel now that you've got the win after all that you've kind of been through?
I knew I was capable of winning this fight, and very easily so, and I did. But it was just a case of doing it, and that was lingering on my mind like, come on, I need to get this fight out the way now. I need to have a breakthrough. I've been screaming for a breakthrough for the last year, and I finally got my chance. I took it with both hands, and as you can see, I come out with the belt.
Do you feel like the motivation grew as the time went on for this fight?
Yeah, for sure, because it was like, well, what am I doing at this stage now? I don't want to keep fighting journeymen who will keep running away from me. I want to fight a live opponent. I want to land some big shots, and that's what I did, and that's what happened tonight.
The stars are out in force tonight. Tyson Fury, John Fury sat ringside, Daniel Dubois. These are all kind of stages you're not unfamiliar to. You boxed on these kind of stages before, but some other big names around ringside for yourself. Your dad, your little brother Noah. Shouting and screaming from ringside. What does it mean to you, these guys? And just tell us a little bit about the bond you have, because obviously boxing and family is such a huge part of your life.
Sure. Well, a family comes first for me, to be honest. Like as long as my family's there, they're happy. I'm doing what I like to do. I couldn't wish for anything better, to be honest, because when I'm doing well, they're doing well. So I just try to carry it all on my shoulders, and I want to bring it home for everybody.
ending the year kind of strong. Do you think you'll get out one more time this year, or are we just looking to 2026 now?
I'm going to have to talk to Frank. I'd like to get out before the end of the year. Everybody would. So that's what I'm going to go back to on Monday morning and give him a phone call.
When I spoke to Frank on Thursday, I think it was, he was saying that in 2026 titles could be on your radar. British, European, Commonwealth. How does that sound?
Listen, any of them I'm happy with. They're such big titles and I cannot wait to get my hands on them like I have done with these.
In this training camp, I couldn't help but notice there was some top quality sparring that you had in the gym. Sam Noakes, just want to mention, if there was other names in there, feel free to drop them. But how good was that kind of experience sparring with Sam Noakes, someone that's about to go into a world title fight?
It's been good. I've been sparring, been doing a few rounds with him. He's looking very, very sharp for his fight. Hopefully, please God, he'll come through and bring the world title back to England. No, but I've always sparred world-class opponents. I've sparred Ray Ford when he come over, like the likes of Joe Cordina, Josh Taylor, all of them great fighters. They've taught me something through the stage of my career, and that's a showcase that tonight. Everything I've worked hard for, that paid off.
You said that, the last two fights down in Bournemouth that you were scheduled to fight on, close to your hometown, close for your fans to come down to. Obviously, those fights were ruled out because of injury to yourself. There's talk that there could be another fight in Bournemouth with Ryan Garner in January next year. Is fighting in Bournemouth still something very high on your list?
Yeah, for sure. I'd love to fight in Bournemouth. I'd like to fight anywhere in the South Coast. It's a big part of me. I've got a lot of fans down there, and I'd like to bring boxing back there, like the same what was Ryan doing now, and I would like to take part in that as well.
And St Mary's Stadium potentially next summer. How much would you like to be on a card like that?
It'd be a dream come true. Honestly, it would.
I mean, there's talk that you might, Dev Sarni kind of stirring the pot, saying, "Would you fight Ryan Garner?" Do you think that's maybe a step too soon, a bit too early for you, or do you think that's a realistic kind of proposition?
At the minute, we're both on two different paths. He's a little bit more in front of me, but it's definitely not out of the question. In the terms of I've had 15 fights now, he's had I think similar, but he's at the stage of knocking on world titles, and I'm just creeping up to the British, European, Commonwealth, and that's what I want to capture first. Then I'm push on for bigger things.
So maybe when he fights for potentially a world title at St Mary's, you wouldn't mind a British European fight, something like that.
I'd love that.
Just finally, Royston, a message to your fans about what they can expect in 2026, and what's in store for you.
Big 2026 and more titles to come. Stay tuned.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.